I have been caught up in so many different perspectives, weaving in and out of different frequencies. I've come to realize my purpose. I've come to realize my purpose. What is my purpose? I'm a bringer of peace. I am a bringer of peace. I am a bringer of peace. I'm bringing peace. Taking all the pieces and uniting them. What do I mean? So many different perspectives, and I like exploring deeply into them without judgment. Well, let's explore the word judgment. A judgment has a connotation. When you say that you are judging something, there's an air of ego rather than listening to the body, because the body does not lie. The body is the divine intelligence. So the body will tell you if you should be here or not. The body will sense it before the mind can even pick it up, before the other senses can give the mind the information. The body will know. So let the body guide your discernment. Let the body be the point of intuition. Don't let the mind and the thoughts cloud the inner discernment. Don't be judgy, but you must be able to discern in situations if you should be around certain people or eating certain food or going to a certain place. You need to be able to be decisive. Indecisiveness is something that I've dealt with a lot. I still do. There's power in doing. Doing while trusting. What has happened to myself, what I've observed, is that I will be in a cycle of not knowing. What is causing this not knowing is, if we want to elaborate on the word knowing, is not trusting, not having the faith, forgetting who I am, forgetting what my purpose is, to be a bringer of peace. We'll go into that. So, the not knowing leads to confusion and overwhelming feelings, and uncertainty. Indecisiveness, the opposite of the divine masculine principles with which I would like to embody fully. So the not knowing leads to a not doing. Because if I don't know, if I'm not trusting, if I don't have faith, I'm forgetting my purpose, then I don't know what to do. So nothing happens. And I'm just in this rock and a hard place. I'm just in this vortex of the same thing over and over. Make a man go crazy. But that's not me. Because I understand that doing normal people things makes you into a normal people, makes you embody that type of life, that frequency. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I would have proper discernment when it comes to living that type of lifestyle. So with that in mind, doing things that most people would not be doing is going to give you a life that most people do not have. Few walk the narrow path. It's much more comfortable where there's convenience, where the path is laid out for you, the law and order is laid out for you, but the true sovereignty, the true peace of mind is knowing that you have everything that you need. First and foremost, you have everything that you need within. Trust in that. But beyond that, in this physical plane, you have those you want to take care of. So it requires the physical work. We are walking around inside of ourselves on the earth. So what you are doing here, you are doing within, because you are walking around your body. To always remember that what you do to others, you do to yourself. To always remember that what you say to others, you are saying to yourself first. Your subconscious mind does not differentiate. So what are the key points? This cycle of not knowing has led to the cycle of not knowing feeding into not doing. And then the not doing, because nothing's getting done, leads to more not knowing. And both of these things have been feeding into each other. And I'm observing it. Creating my judgment of the situation. But reminding myself to not judge myself through the process. You have to trust the process, and you have to respect everybody's process. Everybody has their own process, and you might think you're all high and mighty because you do this and you do that and blah, blah, blah. Listen, these things that you do not make you more spiritual, and they do not make you better. Sorry to burst that bubble. Is a man that does his work, does his duty, any less spiritual than the yogi in the cave? This is where the conversation begins. What makes the act spiritual? Is there breath involved? Is there spirit involved in the act? Name one thing you can do without breathing. Don't say hold your breath. That is still a form of breath work. It's still an action of breathing. You had to breathe before you held your breath. You might say, okay, well, what about when I'm moving in another body? You think spirit doesn't exist in that plane? Spirit is what binds all of the planes. You could call it the spiritual umbilical cord. The breath is always with you. So, what can we do to break out of the cycle of not knowing and not trusting, which is leading to more not doing? What can we do? We have to do the opposite. We have to remember who we are, and we have to trust, and we have to have the faith. We have to know it. Greater than believe it, we have to know it. We have to be it. We have to embody it. And in that faith, we take action. We may not know what the right action is in that moment, but we have to do. We have to break out of the cycle of not knowing by doing, and break out of this cycle of not doing by knowing. Take the action. Take a step and see what you uncover. Sometimes you can't see the next step. Sometimes it's not clear like that. Sometimes you need to take a few steps into the unknown to see where you should go from there. The rest of the path will unveil itself as you continue. You can't see over everything. You can't see around everything. You don't have all the pieces to the puzzle. And that's why we're bringing the piece together. We're bringing the peace. Uniting all of the factions. Do you not see how they divide us? Do you not see all of the ways that they divide us? And you still play the game, pointing fingers. You got to throw somebody under the bus, right? Somebody has to take the fall here. We can't have this in our community. Listen to me. That's what they want. You're really going to fall into that trap. Arguing over petty things like what people eat. Listen. Comes back to intention. Everything is energy. And you have to respect the process. Your own process and everybody else's process. And you are allowed and encouraged to speak your mind freely. Because we need to lay all the cards out on the table. We need to say how we all feel and what we're thinking and what we're going through and share, because this is going to help everybody. Somebody's going to learn from this. Somebody else is going to learn from that. Someone's going to see me blabbering up here on this screen and be like, wow, well, he's doing that and he's crazy, so I can go up there. I got better stuff to talk about. You know? So I'm just a conduit. I'm just teaching what's coming through me right now. Just trusting, just doing. Like, do something. Gotta do something. You know? If you don't do, you end up doing more. You end up trying to fill the time, trying to satisfy yourself in other ways. You need to do things that make you feel good and make you feel accomplished when you complete them. Because your time is worth more than the money. So just be aware of how you use your time and your money and your energy, because all these things are one. I believe in you. I know you can do it. I know you have what it takes, and you've known it. You've known it for so long. It's okay to doubt yourself, but we don't doubt you. We trust your process. We know that you will do it all. Everything that you want in this life, it is yours. Look into your reflection and see that you are beyond everything that you see. You come from realms beyond the imagination. You are made of pure love. We accept you, we love you, we forgive you, and we are always here with you. Breathe and know that you breathe the same breath that we breathe, and we are always connected. Sanam, Waheguru.